Starting today, we're facing a severe weather event that's about to bring some serious trouble to the southeast. We're looking at damaging winds, large hail, and significant flooding. And there's a real chance that we could see a tornado outbreak as well. What's happening is that colder air is clashing with warmer air, and this clash is going to create dangerous conditions. The biggest threats for tornadoes are Baton Rouge, Louisiana. But it doesn't stop there. Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and even western parts of Birmingham, Alabama, are at risk too. Everyone in these areas needs to stay alert and take this seriously, as y'all have the biggest threat for tornadoes. And just when we think it might be over, once this severe weather passes, we're in for a big change. Expect temperatures to drop sharply, potentially nearly down to 20 degrees in places as far south as Mobile, Alabama. This sudden shift can catch people off guard, especially if they're already dealing with the aftermath of this storm. So today's forecast, we're going to break down exactly what you need to know about this storm that's going to be attacking the southeast today. And I want to go ahead and begin with our composite reflectivity, as this is how we can sort of view all of these storms on like radar that we are going to be seeing today. So right now we have some rain sort of just hovering over parts of Alabama, Mississippi, Texas, Colorado. That storm that we had yesterday in Oklahoma, which unfortunately flattened 3 well-constructed homes in Oklahoma yesterday. That was one of our tornadoes that we saw yesterday morning that I was not able to go live for. But overall, we have some rain showers ranging all the way up to parts of Pennsylvania, New York. And as we move into about 9 a.m., some storms do start to fire up in parts of Alabama, just around here, which will just bring some heavy rain, light thunderstorms. Then this sort of starts to form more into an actual storm about 12 p.m. And then as we get on to about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, we'll have some storms ranging all the way from parts of Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, into Alabama, up through Tennessee, up pretty much all the way into New Jersey, even parts of Vermont. But then about 6 p.m. Central Standard Time is what it'll be looking like. Some more storms will start to fire up about 3 a.m. And then our threat sort of starts to die down for the southeast. But as we look right around the Baton Rouge area, in Louisiana, there is some significant storms, which I believe that the line of severe storms have moved up into parts of northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, especially Mississippi, as this could bring some significant tornadoes, damaging wind, and large hail. But sort of all of these systems start to move off up into the northeast, which won't really do anything once it is up in the northeast. And then we have some rain start to move into areas of like Washington and stuff, but for all nothing too crazy. Alright, now I want to go ahead and take a look at our temperatures as we can sort of view where the cold air is clashing with the warmer air. So we have the warmer air over the south, and these systems came from over here where it was cold. So it's pulling sort of this colder air, which is, as you can see, is meeting right here with the warmer air, and then sort of that is what's creating these line of storms that will be going up through here as we move on later on into the day. I just want to go ahead and announce, or sort of just say, that it is raining outside of my house right now, and there's a little bit of thunder with it. So I've got to go to school in 2 hours. So I still gotta, oh my gosh, I gotta do a lot. Still gotta film this video, edit this video, post it, make a thumbnail. But it is thundering in my house right around here. So, yeah. So as we move on into later today, this is what our temperatures will be looking like. As you can see, this colder air sort of starts to creep its way down into the southeast where it is warm. And then we will have temperatures, and we could have temperatures as low as 20 degrees around Monday in parts of Alabama, Mississippi, even parts of South Carolina and Georgia. Temperatures below freezing could be possible, which, considering the amount of heat we've had recently, that is what is causing these storms, as it's going from hot to cold so fast. Alright, now I want to go ahead and take a look at our dew point real fast, as this storm has a whole bunch of moisture in it. And what this will do is allow for the system to sort of build up its moisture and intensify in its strength. Because moisture with warmth and cold, moisture in a system, wind shear, warm and cold clashing, this is making peak intensity for tornadoes. I think we could see tornadoes of up to at least EF3 out of this system. Maybe even EF4 if we are lucky, but as this continues to move up, it is just pulling a whole bunch of moisture into it. And that is what is going to strengthen all these storms around the Baton Rouge area, Jackson, Mississippi, Birmingham, Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, and all those areas sort of surrounding that. Alright, now I want to go ahead and take a look at the SRH, which stands for Storm Relative Helicity. So starting out right now, this is what it's kind of looking like. We've got a whole bunch of SRH up in parts of the northeastern parts. I'm just gonna start calling this wind shear because that's technically what it is. But as we look at here at the southeast, because this is gonna be our main concern as we move on later into the day. Okay, so as we move on to about 3 p.m., 6 p.m., this is what it's going to be looking like. All it's starting to move in, and that's decently strong wind shear. And that's what, as you can see, like right here, that's a big amount of wind shear. And that's going to be bringing the threat for these tornadoes, damaging winds, large hail. As we move on into Saturday at about 3 a.m. and 6 a.m., unfortunately, this is going to be whenever it is the strongest, probably, especially in parts like northern Alabama, northern Georgia, northern Mississippi, and even eastern parts of Tennessee. That was all we had to talk about for today. Thanks for tuning in, though. You can click right here to subscribe to the channel that I go live on. I go live during these severe weather events and do like live broadcasts on all the active warnings. We have cameras, storm chasers, anything you could possibly think of to help keep you safe. So make sure to tune into that as we will go live later today at about 4 or 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can click right here to watch the video where I went super in detail on will this be a tornado outbreak or not. Anyway, I'll see y'all next time. Peace.